Of all the countries represented in the upfront system, Japan may be the most fascinating, certainly one of the most unique countries to play in the City Fight 501 and 4 scenarios. Many may imagine Japanese soldiers fighting in the jungles of the South Pacific, but it should be recognized that they had years of experience in urban warfare thanks to the Second Sino-Japanese War. The high morale, infiltration advantage, and the use of demolition charges, along with the anti-tank mine, are clear bonuses for the Japanese. However, it does seem that for every one advantage that the Japanese side offers, there is an equal disadvantage that brings them back to earth. The 75% breaking point, meaning it will take at least 3 out of 4 soldiers in a squad plus one more, is quite the advantage. You can safely fill out your squad with lower morale soldiers to gain a firepower advantage. However, this is offset somewhat by the rather low panic values, which means that the soldiers are not keeping their heads down. The Japanese do not have a bazooka per se, but they do have one of the best anti-tank rifles in the game. At relative range 3 or closer, a hit means a good chance at knocking out an enemy tank. It does help that Rule 30.6 makes such hits more potent, which provides real advantages for the anti-tank rifle. You can choose from many different setups. The one recommended in the general divides the Japanese forces into 3 groups. Group A consists of a soldier and another soldier armed with a mortar. Their job is to find cover quickly and burn excess fire cards. Group B is the fire base, consisting of 8 Japanese soldiers, 7 of whom are armed with rifles. The 8th has an anti-tank rifle just in case. There is no medium machine gun. Group C is the maneuver group, consisting of high morale Shiburo and Sergeant Okimoto, who is carrying a demolition charge. Their high morale and the Japanese infiltration rule makes them quite deadly. During Deck 2, 5 high morale riflemen enter the game with Kobayashi carrying the anti-tank mine, while Corporal Togo carries a Radio 5 card to call in for artillery support. Deck 3 brings a somewhat fragile but very cheap Type 1 SP. All things considered, the Japanese bring in considerable numbers in Decks 2 and 3. One thing to keep in mind is that the urban fighting of American forces against the Japanese normally involve the U.S. Army, not the Marines. Japan offers a myriad of advantages along with challenges for those dedicated to playing City Fight 501 in 4. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next Wednesday.